everybody, and welcome to this week's Weigh-In Wednesday. I'm Eddie.
And I'm Alicia.
And this is our channel, We Did 3.
Whoa.
That was cool.
We've never done that before. That wasn't even planned. Wow. Magic.
Magical.
Magic tricks.
Okay, so let's begin.
Sorry this video is going to be up a little later in the day on Wednesday than normal. We just had a crazy Wednesday running around, and we'll get into it why in just a minute, but it's just an unusual time for us to film, and we're doing our best to rock through it right now so that we can get it up for you guys.
Trying to make it work.
Yeah. So last week recap. I know for me, last week going into this weigh-in today, I was kind of like, oh, this weigh-in's gonna suck. I felt like I didn't have as much motivation last week. I never even ended up going to the gym.
Neither did I.
Once, not even running outside. Like, no activity. And I was like, oh, this weigh-in. I almost was positive that I was going to weigh a little more.
I was actually emailing a client of mine, and I was like, I don't know what happened, but it's Wednesday?
No one knows.
And I was going to email you Sunday, but then I blinked, and then it was Wednesday. So I don't even know what happened either. I think we kind of blacked out on the fitness stream.
Totally. So that was like my anticipation going into this week. I mean, our eating was still fine and on point, but last week we were like, yeah, we're going to get back to the gym, and that just did not happen. But last week was also crazy busy. It was the first full week back from being on vacation. All of those things add up.
Right. So that aside, surprisingly, we both lost 4 pounds.
No one knows how that magically happened.
I weighed myself 6 times.
I did twice because I was like, is the scale broken? I didn't understand. But this morning when I weighed in, I was 209, which is awesome because it's my first goal weight. Yay! I met my first goal. So yeah, last week I was 213 after we got back from Philly, and when I weighed in this morning, 209. No one knows how that happened.
No.
I'm not going to question it though because it's great. I feel awesome about it.
Last week I was 234, and this week I'm 230. I promise we're not crash dieting.
No, we are eating like everything we normally would.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed that way.
No.
In fact, the only thing that's changed is that we're exercising less.
But that brings up the point, when we were exercising, were we using up our calories? And then keeping...
intake, outtake of like how much we were eating.
Something must have been wrong there.
Well, and the other thing is that when you're working out, you're building muscle and replacing fat, and that's heavy. So maybe maybe when we were working out really hardcore, it was, I don't know, building muscle at the same time as we were losing fat. So maybe like when we do our end of April measurements, like maybe our measurements won't be as dramatic of a loss, but the scale looks more impressive. Right. So all of those things factor in. I mean, it's not all about the scale, but it does feel really good to hit a lower number, especially on a week where you expect it to like see some gain instead of loss. So for this coming week, we are not going to continue with the no exercise thing, even though it worked out for just this last week.
Magically.
We know that that's not healthy. Like, exercise is actually a good thing. We probably should be doing it. And in that vein, and like I said earlier, I was feeling like really unmotivated last week and kind of just needed like to make a change as far as like how I was getting my fitness in. So that led me to a suggestion that my sister had made, which is a service called ClassPass. It's basically like you pay one fee for the month, and then you can go to like any fitness studio in the city of Portland, is where we're located, but it's in other major cities as well. And you can go to any participating fitness studio and just like take classes. And there is a limit like to how many you can take at each studio per month. But basically it's like a great way to try new fitness routines, like try new classes, get to know like a bunch of different things, and to change up your workout, because the more you change your workout, the more effective workouts are. Like your body doesn't know how to adapt to certain movements, and like then it works harder. So I signed up for ClassPass on Monday, and tonight was my first class, which is why I am lovely looking right now, because I just got back and it was hard. It's actually called Pilates. You can go Google that if you're interested. That's my first one that I went to today. My second one tomorrow is like Beyonce jazz, like hip hop dance class. And then my third one that I'm going to this week is yoga. So I mean, you can see the diversity level. So I'm hoping that will like tone it up, like just tighten all the things.
Can't really say lose weight, but just
tighten
it up a little bit.
Yeah. So that is where I'm at with my fitness part of everything. I'm not gonna just do the same thing this week. I'm not just gonna be like, no, I'm not working out. I'm working out. I promise. This time it's actually real.
Along those lines, one of my goals is to actually get to the gym.
Yeah, it's hard when we're not going together, but
Yeah.
I believe in you.
So I'm gonna aim to go whenever she's at class. So that's kind of a good.
It's a rule of thumb.
It's a good rule of thumb. It's a good marker. So whenever she's gone, what am I gonna be doing?
Going to the gym.
Yo. So that's my goal. Also, I found a sugar detox diet that I think I've needed my entire life.
Just all of it.
So I'm gonna investigate this further. I'll keep you posted. So losing 4 pounds was definitely a good head start for this next week and for the week after, because in 2 weeks, 17 days?
16.
16, I counted today, 16. We're going to Mexico.
Yay!
Arriba.
Vacation! Part 2.
Part 2.
But
Part
this
dos.
time with bathing suits.
Yeah. So just trying to get healthy for Mexico, and we probably should have been on that boat maybe like 6 weeks ago.
To be fair, this trip to Mexico was kind of like, not last minute, but it's not something we knew about even like 6 months ago. If I had known about it maybe 6 months ago, that even might have like changed the game as far as when I got started.
True.
But you know what? It is what it is. You know, you own the body you got. Like, however we look when we get there, that's how we look. Like,
Yep.
no shame. No shame in my game. I'm gonna be on that beach. No one can stop me.
Nope. Let's be real, I wouldn't fit the clothes that I bought to look good in once I got there anyway.
True story. We just start eating chips and drinking margaritas.
Nope.
And then it'd be over.
Yep.
No, but really, when we go, we'll keep a like modicum of like our lifestyle and
Right.
take it easy. But we do want to like make an extra push these next couple weeks to see like as nice as we could get before then would
Right.
be great.
To keep our breakfast healthy in Mexico, kind of like what we did in Philly by keeping on the oatmeal train, I have thought about boiling a pot of water in the coffee pot at the resort, bottled water for the oatmeal. I'm thinking
You're
about
gonna boil bottled water? Edwin's really serious about being scared about the water. We'll give you updates when we get back, I'm sure.
it. Don't judge me.
And that basically takes us to the end of this week. I mean, you saw how our last week went. You know now where we're going next week.
Yep.
We're working on it. I think we're definitely making a lot of headway. And last week, losing 4 pounds last week was the kick in the butt I know I needed. Like, not as far as like, oh, I was losing like tons of steam and I was just gonna quit, but it's like, you have to have certain like, it helps to meet certain goals to keep up your motivation. And it totally lit a fire under my butt today to be like, step it up, girl. Like, you're making headway. For a little bit, it was like, oh, am I even making progress? But now, yes. The answer is yes. I am making progress, and I'm going to continue it.
I definitely felt the same way. I think I'm definitely energized to keep it up.
Yeah. So that's it for us this week. And I guess we'll see you next week. Thank you guys again so much. If you like this video, like it, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Tell us things that helped you when you felt like you were losing motivation. What lit a fire under you. Detox ideas for Edwin because he's interested in cutting that sugar.
Yep.
And we'll see you next week. Bye guys.